now tuned in to your favorite host of choice, Miss Aketa Jones, Miss Aketa Jones, Miss Aketa Jones. Hey! Let's go! Turn your radio up and just listen to your voice, your business. You're now tuned in with your host of choice, Miss Aketa Jones, the lady with the voice. Miss Aketa Jones, Miss Aketa Jones, Miss Aketa Jones, the lady with the voice.
What's up, everybody? You are listening to Your Voice, Your Business podcast, and I'm your host, Aketa Shine. And I have an amazing guest with me. You guys know his face, you know his work. This man, when you see him, you know the movie gonna be good. You know the TV show gonna be good, and that's none other than Mr. Dennis L.A. White. Hey, Dennis.
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. How are you today?
Doing great. Doing great.
Good. So, my first question, where are you from?
I'm originally from California, Southern California. I grew up in Northern California, and then I'm a military brat, so we moved to Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's where I went to school, high school, college. Well, I went to college in Winston State University.
Okay.
So I've been all over, basically.
Okay, cool. I pretty much figured that you was from California because, with the LA in your name. So
Well,
Dennis.
no. So the LA is my middle initials. Lamar Allen.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. Dennis Lamar Allen White. Yeah.
you learn something new every day. So Dennis, take us back to the beginning. What inspired you to become an actor? And when did you know that this was more than just a dream?
I always, as a kid, I always was doing theater, doing plays, doing poetry in school. It was just something that I did and also playing sports. So I don't know when it clicked for me. I just kept doing it. When I went to college, I was still doing it. And I did my first movie. I did my first movie in 1998, maybe. It came out, it's called Swimming. So that was the first time I even realized that, I could be in a movie and the whole situation of it. I was always doing plays and regional theater and things of that nature, but that was the first time I was like, okay, I didn't even know what SAG was. It was my first SAG movie. We shot that out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was my first introduction to film, real film. And I was like, this is kind of cool. I get paid to do it, and why not? So, and that just kept the ball rolling.
And you have been in some major projects. I remember you were in Notorious. You did The Brave One, Thank You for Your Service, Dear Best Friend, Mickey Hardaway. Even with television, you've been in the Family Business. The Family Business, that's one of my favorites. Even all the way back to Parenthood, The Closer,
Yeah.
Law and Order. Like you are very accomplished. Now you're in this new movie that's out called They Took My Daughter.
Yes.
That's where I met you. I met you at that preview, that viewing party. So how did you prepare for the role in They Took My Daughter?
So I played Curtis, and first of all, when I read the script, I loved it. I thought it was a really great script. It was intense. It had it was a different movie. I always say it's like the Black woman's version of Taken. And so with my particular character, I had to practice a lot of restraint with him, and I wanted to add, some type of compassion, not necessarily verbally, but emotionally. And
Today's show is brought to you by the letter E, B Hair Studios, located at 5584 Timuquana Road on Jacksonville's west side. Stop by and see my girl EB today and tell her I sent you.
The character, and we had a great team, so it was easy to kind of build the character and have it come to fruition. Yeah.
Let's see. You actually played a variety of powerful characters. Like I already know somebody gonna get beat up, stabbed, killed, shot. Anytime I see you, because it's like your facial expression is like, I don't play that. So you finna get got. But which role challenged you the most? And what did it teach you about yourself?
Which role challenged me the most? I think every role is a challenge. I make every role a challenge. If I don't add anything challenging to it, it becomes boring. and I might have a character that might be similar, but I always want every character to be different. Something about that
Mhm.
character to be different. Mickey Hardaway was a challenging film because the way we shot it, is a black and white movie, and I get beat up in that movie. Normally, I'm the one beating up people,
Right.
so I took a L on that one, and I was filming on a torn Achilles. So that was
Oh,
2002, 2003. I did 5 movies in 5 different states on a torn Achilles.
Mickey Hardaway was in 2023, and you played Joseph Sweeney.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that came out in 2023, but I think we shot it 2022. But yeah, I did 5 movies in 5 different states on a torn Achilles during that time. So that was
Wow.
very challenging, just trying to not re-injure it and not act as though it was hurting. So those movies was challenging for me. Mhm.
And yeah, you actually accomplished so much, and, like, you have really set a legacy.
Mhm.
Even with your acting, like, being an acting coach right now.
Mhm.
So, you're acting, you're a producer, and you're a director, right? And why did you wanna do why did you wanna be an acting coach?
I've been coaching. It's funny. I had a conversation about this actually last night with one of my good friends. I've been coaching since 2008, 2009, and I was just getting inundated by people calling me and asking me questions about
Mhm,
this, that, and the third when it comes to entertainment. And I knew them. I had all the answers. So I was like, let me just do a workshop, and probably 2 or 3 people show up, but the class was full. It was a full class, and they really were engulfed in what I had to say. And I was like, I have some knowledge to give. So I started teaching classes, workshops here and there, classes from that was in New York. I started that in New York. And then, when I moved to LA, I was teaching classes. And so I've taught workshops all over the country, from Detroit to Houston, Dallas, DC, Philly, North Carolina, Georgia, all over. I've just been teaching and just really giving this knowledge to people, to actors, knowledge I didn't really get from for myself. It was like on the job
mhm.
training. So I feel like if I can help actors avoid some of the pitfalls, that's great. Actually have a workshop coming on July 21st. It's a virtual. It's called Scene Study Gym, and it's about getting ready and for a pilot season, and just all the tools you need to work on the scene study. And the actors, I prefer to have workshops where actors are actually performing instead of just sitting there and have someone talk to them. I want them to get engulfed.
Still watching people make money in trucking while you're wondering where to start? Introducing the Freight Dispatch Playbook, your step by step guide to launching a profitable freight dispatch business from scratch. Learn how to find carriers, book high paying loads, negotiate better rates, and grow with confidence. Download your copy today and start building the business you've been dreaming about.
In it and actually, tinker on what they need craft wise. And then also I give them, details for their business, because, it is a business. So I satisfy both wants and desires on that aspect.
When I tell you that's awesome,
Mhm.
and I see all the work that you're doing with that class, with the different classes, and those students are really, really into it. Wow.
Mhm.
So after you're done filming all these projects, how do you just, I guess, I want to say, like, relax? How do you balance all of that in between directing and
By looking for more work. I don't know.
what?
I mean, no, you know what? I like to be around my family, and I like to, like the water. I like to vacation to an extent, peace. I travel a lot. I do a lot. So when I do get a chance to not be working or doing appearances, I like to be home, cooking, chilling, and creating. So, this business is my life, and I enjoy it. It's not a situation where it's a burden to work. I enjoy being on set. I enjoy working.
Wow. Woo, I did not think that you were gonna say that. I thought you were gonna say that you just turn off the phone, turn off everything and just shut down for 2 months and not do anything. Wow.
Nah,
Do
nah.
your so your mind don't go to sleep.
At times, but
Mhm.
we're in a situation in this world where time is going so fast. It's already almost August. This year's been going by so fast, and nothing comes to sleepers but dreams. And so we have to stay active and keep going after it and keep working. This if we are talking about legacy and that type of those things that we want to be remembered by, we can't stop. This industry is all about what have you done for me lately. And so
Uh,
it's I don't say it's a race or it's a marathon. That is true, but it's just continuously going after it and, pursuing it to where it's not, wearing you down, but it gives you it makes you want to go after it. If you're just like complacent, then you're going to be stuck. And I don't want to be stuck in a rut or stuck in the past. I enjoy creating, I enjoy reading new scripts, portraying new characters, directing amazing projects. I enjoy all of that. And so that's the difference. I've been in over 90 projects so far,
I know.
and I I want 90 more.
Wow. You're gonna at least have to get some sleep because you look sleepy now.
I mean, it's butt crack early in the morning right now.
I know. Listen, I had to get you. I had to catch you when you available. That's the only thing about what I do and
Yeah.
interviewing celebrities. Y'all are busy for real, and then you may have finished, may have wrapped last night about 2 a.m., but you
Mhm.
still came on and you was a man of your word and you kept, and you hopped on my podcast and I
Most
appreciate you so
definitely.
much for that. We're going to play a few, just a couple questions and I'm to let you go back to sleep and then we're gonna be done. It's gonna be called bonus rapid fire questions. What do you prefer? Coffee or tea? Today's show is brought to you by the letter E. B. Hair Studios, located at 5584 Timuquana Road on Jacksonville's west side. Stop by and see my girl EB today and tell her I sent you.
Coffee.
Drama or comedy?
Comedy, yeah. I
Oh
mean, I do
wow.
more drama as an actor, but I love comedy. I'm a comedy fan. I
Okay.
grew up on comedies. I have a lot of comedians that I go and watch perform. I love comedy.
Okay. And your favorite movie of all time?
Man, I don't it's a
Name two.
all right, New Jack City and maybe Pulp Fiction.
I heard of that. I've never seen New Pulp
Yeah,
Fiction. Wow.
yeah.
Okay. And one actor you'd love to work with?
Maybe Denzel. I never worked with Denzel before, and Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah.
Okay. And your dream director?
Of course, everyone wants to work with Martin Scorsese, but I think, Ryan is the new king right now. So the stuff he does, I would love to work with Ryan.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Last question. What is your biggest pet peeve on set?
My biggest pet peeve on set is other actors not knowing their lines.
I figured you was gonna say that. Everybody say the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, that and it's all about hurry up and waiting, but I I I don't like it when I really despise when they do a blanketed call time. So like if we have 6 actors on set for the day, they give us all 9 a.m. call time. I'm like, stagger us because we all don't get on set, film at the
At
same
the same
time. You
time.
got females that need hair done. So that's one thing that really, grinds my gears.
I
But,
understand. And
it,
it
it's
makes
not
sense.
yeah, I mean, it's not brain surgery. We're not curing
Uh,
the world, so it's tolerable.
I got you. Okay. What's next for Mr. Dennis L.A. White? What do you have coming up next? And how can you be reached?
What's next? Well, I have a show coming out on August 24th called Love Don't Pay the Bills Season 2.
Yes, I'm so glad
Yeah.
you're back in there.
Yeah, so we're coming back on August 24th, second season. We came out in February this year and it was crazy. So we got a second season coming out next month. City of Heat, this new series I'm working on. We start shooting back up. Just more work, more classes. I have this thing called Camp, Celebrity Actors Mentorship Program, where actors pay a membership for the month and we give them access to celebrities, audition notices, casting, workshops, class. It's like I've been doing it for a year now, and it's such a great thing because actors, they get a hub to where they get just auditions and you can get casting. And, we've had some really incredible celebrity guests come through. We had Carl Payne. We've
Wow.
had Miguel Nunez Jr., Corey Hardwick. We had
Oh, wow.
casting directors. We've had so many incredible people come through and just pour into these actors of all ages and all skill sets. So I'm happy about that. And like I said, just more work.
It's
Oh,
amazing.
and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have the project I'm co-producing on called The Baristas versus the Billionaires. It's a documentary about the Starbucks workers getting unionized.
Wow.
And yeah, so we've been winning a lot of film festivals. We did an Oscar qualifying theater run, and we're just gearing up. We have a big event in next month in New York, and I'm a producer on there. Mark Morey, Alec Baldwin is a producer. Susan Sarandon is our narrator, and I
Oh,
also got
what?
yeah,
Wow.
and I got Amari Hardwick and the rapper Yo Yo. They did some voiceover for
Those?
it too.
Wow.
Yeah,
Amazing. That's gonna
yeah,
be so good. They are
yeah,
all incredible actors. Wow. I can't
yeah.
wait for it to come out.
So it's
Okay.
about the Starbucks workers getting unionized and how they, one store in Buffalo started a union and now they're at 700 stores strong. So it's a very powerful project.
It's awesome. I can't wait for it to come out. So how can you be reached?
You can reach me at Dennis L.A. White on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, OnlyFans, all that. No, I was playing. But and then at Dennis L.A. White. I'm gonna say at likeyouknow.org.
Okay.
At www.atlikeyouknow.org.
I appreciate you giving me your time. I know it's early. Okay,
It's all
so
good.
thank you. So you guys, thank you so much for listening and tuning in to Your Voice, Your Business podcast with me, Aketa Shine. Until next time, same place. I'll see you then.
Miss Aketa Jones.